Part 1. The Signal from the Dead. In the outer ring of the Orion expanse, a lone listening outpost floated in eternal night. It was manned by automated drones and a single sentient observer, an Ilari named Vethron, a crystalline being whose kind could interpret electromagnetic signals like melodies. For centuries, the post had heard nothing from Sol, not a whisper, until today. Vethron stiffened, his crystalline limbs vibrating with resonance. The static hum in his neural core twisted into something structured, rhythmic pulses forming coherent data packets. Ancient, encrypted, unmistakably human. He rerouted the signal to the Central Council archive with trembling precision. Within moments, holographic streams of data filled the void. Project Rebirth. Phase 3 initiated. Human Restoration Directive active. The line repeated again and again, distorted by centuries of silence, but undeniably alive. Vethron's glow dimmed. Impossible, he whispered to himself. They're gone. Their homeworld was vitrified. No species survives that. Yet the signal continued, pulsing like a heartbeat from the grave. Part 2. The Council convenes. 3 cycles later, the Council was assembled again, summoned in urgency not seen since the Wars of Ascension. The Supreme Chancellor hovered at the center, tendrils of light wrapping around his crown. Vethron of Ilari, he intoned, you claim to have received transmission from a dead world. The crystalline observer bowed, his voice trembling. Not a claim, Supreme One. A confirmation. The signal originates from Sol, directly from Earth's lunar surface. Gasps echoed. The lunar surface was supposed to be dust, glass, and radiation, a tomb lit by a dead sun. Play it, the Chancellor commanded. And so they did. The chamber darkened. The holographic field rippled alive, and a distorted image emerged. Static at first, then clarity forming, metallic structures rising from beneath lunar dust, towers gleaming under false suns. And in the center of it, a symbol, burned into the regolith, shining defiantly. The mark of humanity. Then a voice. Male, deep, steady despite the distortion. To those who thought us gone, we see you. We remember. The hall fell utterly silent. Even the ambient light seemed to dim. You feared us. You struck first. You scorched our skies and salted our oceans. But you forgot what makes us human. We adapt. We endure. We return. The feed cut to black. No one breathed. Then the human voice, recorded or live, no one could tell, spoke one last line. We never died. We evolved. The image vanished, leaving nothing but silence and the reflection of hundreds of stunned faces. Part 3. The Fracture. The council chamber exploded into chaos. Voices clashed like thunder. This is manipulation, barked the Zythian general, his armored form sparking with electric rage. Humans cannot survive nuclear sterilization, shrieked a Niven diplomat. They were always masters of deceit, hissed another. But amid the uproar, the youngest counselor, Lyra of Avon, her silver skin shimmering with calm, spoke above them all. What if it's true? The chamber froze. All eyes turned toward her. Every empire that has tried to erase a species has failed, she continued softly. The humans warned us, they said, you can destroy our cities, but you cannot kill our will. We laughed. Maybe now they're laughing back. The Chancellor's tendrils flickered nervously. Silence, Counselor Lyra. We will not indulge superstition. But deep down, even he knew, superstition didn't send encrypted military broadcasts from a dead moon. Part 4. Expedition Sol. The Council voted, barely, to authorize an expedition. An armada of scientific vessels and warships set course for Sol, commanded by the battle-hardened Admiral Kathas of the Dravari, a species who once fought alongside humans before betraying them. Kathas remembered them well. He had seen Earth's fall, a world burning from orbit, continents cracking like glass. He had given the order that ended billions. Now, decades later, his claws trembled as he approached the system he thought long forgotten. When the fleet entered Sol, they expected silence. Instead, they found structure. Massive orbital rings encircled what remained of Earth. Dozens of artificial habitats glittered in orbit, cities made of alloy and light, powered by reactors that pulsed with impossible energy readings. Kathas's second officer whispered, "Admiral, these readings, this technology, it's 1,000 years ahead of anything we know." And then came the voice again, clear, confident, human. "Admiral Kathas, we wondered when you'd return." Kathas froze. The voice was transmitted across every frequency at once. "This is Commander Elias Vance, Terran Continuum. You stand in restricted human space. Identify your purpose." Kathas swallowed hard. "By order of the Galactic Council, we are here to investigate." "Investigate," the voice interrupted, calm but sharp. "You mean to confirm your failure?" The bridge went silent. Part 5, The Awakening. A blinding surge of light erupted from the shadow of Earth's remains. From behind the broken shell of the planet, something vast emerged, a ship the size of a small moon, its surface alive with fractal energy patterns. The human flagship Aegis Eternum. The armada reeled. Some tried to retreat, but their engines froze, seized by invisible power. "You thought extinction would erase us," the human voice thundered. "But extinction is a luxury of the weak." Holographic projections flooded the alien ships. Images of human survivors on distant worlds, colonies hidden beneath alien suns, generations who had rebuilt in silence. They had merged flesh with machine, mind with data. They were no longer merely human. They were something beyond. The Terran Continuum, a network of evolved consciousness spanning light years, united by one purpose: never to kneel again. Part 6, The Truth Revealed. Kathas was summoned aboard the Aegis Eternum. His ship was teleported inside the hangar without warning, matter disassembled and reconstructed seamlessly. When he stepped out, he was greeted not by soldiers, but by holograms, millions of them, each representing a facet of the Continuum's collective mind. At their center stood Elias Vance, or what was left of him. His eyes glowed with starlight, his skin laced with circuitry. He smiled, not cruelly but knowingly. "Kathas," Vance said, "I remember your face. You watched us burn." Kathas's throat tightened. I followed orders." "You all did," Vance said softly. "That's what made you predictable." Vance turned, gesturing to a window that overlooked the reconstructed Earth, a half-metal, half-organic world, slowly being reborn. "We didn't survive by hiding. We survived by becoming what you feared we might become." Kathas whispered, "And what is that?" Vance smiled. "The next phase of evolution." Part 7, The Return of Fear. The Council received the full transmission days later. Every word, every image, every revelation. The chamber trembled with panic. "They've harnessed quantum singularities. They control synthetic matter. They could wipe us out in seconds." The Chancellor tried to restore order, but fear spread faster than reason. Counselor Lyra rose again. "Perhaps we should not fear them," she said. "Perhaps we should learn from them."